Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, an XRP holder who initially started holding XRP about 10 years ago, now says that it's time for XRP to go, and he says, quote, "I think XRP is ready," end quote. And he's a controversial figure in crypto in general, but certainly in the XRP community, and I'll explain why. But even so, I'll just say, whatever you think about this guy, he has stuck around, and he does believe that XRP is going to blast off, and this is after a couple things. He made a fortune off of XRP back in the day because he was buying it when it was half a penny, and this is after he became a bit negative, let's say, during a recent bear market. But he's come around again, so I'll share with you the thoughts. And this is also happening, and I want to highlight this further, at a time where I keep seeing more and more chart analysts popping out of the woodworks saying, hey, it looks like XRP is about to go. All sorts of analysts that I haven't even necessarily heard of. I don't normally see that happen. Okay, this is a peculiar point in time. This is different than what it has been like for most of the time being an XRP holder for the last nearly 7 years, at least, that I've been in crypto. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, it is 6:59 p.m. Central Time, which is my time zone here in the good old Midwest in the United States. Sunday, September 22nd, 2024. It's the first day of fall. Damn it. I don't like that, man. I don't like that cold weather. You can get that crap out of here. But the good news is, even though we're going to be heading into that crap, Q4, very good for markets. You know, trade-offs, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. XRP now at 58.8 cents. Bitcoin, $63,677. Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 52 out of 100, although it updates in 19 seconds. So hang around, sit tight with me. I'll go ahead and hit refresh. And, you know, the market's slightly in the red, so the number's probably going to be around where it is. That would be my just for fun guess. Maybe it is slightly lower. Let's see where this thing lands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 0. Refresh. Yeah, it's still slightly down. Okay, there you go. It's at 50 out of 100. So still, that's neutral, though. The market's not in fear, which isn't frankly surprising. And I will continue to argue that it makes way more sense to be optimistic for what's going to be coming here in short order to the stock market and to crypto markets, and they do broadly move in tandem. That's just a fact of life. I want to share with you this post from Seth Golden. He is a hedge fund consultant, chief market strategist at Finham Group, and I'm real glad I came across this guy. Started following him I can't remember exactly when, but within the last few months or so. And just the data he puts out here and the perspective that he has based on data, you know, even from traditional markets, actually largely from traditional markets, it's fascinating. He puts out stuff that, you know, that takes that well, even specific data that you don't necessarily see from pretty much anywhere else, but it's useful to know. It's historic data, and he's like, well, here's the data, here's what I think it means, and he keeps it pretty easy to understand. And so he wrote the following. From September 2023 to September 2024, the S&P 500 has been up greater than 30%. Historically, when the S&P 500 is greater than 25% over the trailing 12 months or more into a rate cut, stocks have never been lower a year later and up close to plus 20% on average. There is no soft landing, if there is no landing at all in 2025, and by all accounts, up. The setup is clear. So he's very obviously in the camp that says there's no reason to be bearish here when it comes to the stock market, and this is important because, again, the asset classes move in tandem. Crypto moves in tandem. And if it's going to keep moving to the upside, and we've seen signs that it looks like breadth is going to increase, which is a requirement for an alt season, by the way, tons of reasons to be optimistic. So again, he's citing a specific scenario that we find ourselves in now, in which it has never been the case that stocks are lower a year out. That's where we are now. So if it's going to be the first time ever, okay. He's just sharing data. You guys can come to whatever conclusions you want, but data is data. And I find that to be just one more reason out of a sea of many to be optimistic. There's also this post I thought I'd share with you just for fun from a very popular analyst, Benjamin Cowan. 858,000 followers on X, and he's also a YouTuber. And he's sharing performance of all sorts of YouTube channels, which I find fascinating as a YouTuber myself. And it's just one more metric you consider because there's a certain correlation. So that's the only reason I thought I'd share this with you. But basically, the concept is as Bitcoin price goes up, viewership for crypto channels goes up. And that's true for XRP YouTubers as well, for all of us. And even anyone that's XRP centric, it's all the same. Reason being, the asset class moves in tandem. If Bitcoin's going up, even if XRP isn't exactly at the same moment, rising tide lifts all boats, that whole thing. And so he wrote the following: viewership to various crypto YouTube channels still remains relatively low, especially compared to 2021. It is interesting how the price of Bitcoin is basically the same as it was in 2021, but social interest in 2024 is a lot lower. Yes, and I'll acknowledge that that is a bit interesting, but it's easy to understand why. The interest comes back when there is dramatic movement in the market, specifically to the upside. That's what draws in massive retail crowds. And so most channels right now in crypto, not just in XRP, but in crypto, are probably down in viewership like 75% compared to the peak in 2021. Now, for me personally, I don't mind. I don't give a damn. Like, for me, I put out the same amount of content and have just as, well, I mean, not just as much fun, but still have fun even in bear markets. So I put out the same amount of content, whether it's a bull market or a bear market. There's always interesting stuff going on. So if you're the type that's paying attention at this moment when there's less interest, then you must be a person that's like me and hyper interested in this stuff. And so kudos to you for paying attention. I mean, this it's very clear, especially during the bear markets. To all of you that were hanging around during the bear markets, I mean, most people don't. But that's the most important time to pay attention. And so anyway, I just thought I'd share this with you because I find it fascinating, number one, as a YouTuber, but number two, I thought that you guys might find it fascinating just to see how this correlates. And so all the crypto YouTube channels, and I'm sure it'll apply to mine as well, when the market really gets hot and into that euphoric phase, that will be one more thing to watch for. Just watch. When you see YouTubers that you follow suddenly have way more views on their video, like 3, 4, 5-fold higher, that can be a sign potentially that we're getting towards the top. So just one more thing to think about. Then there's this post from chart analyst Jelly. Bitcoin still playing out as expected. Bottomed, pushed through 60,000 and now consolidates at $63,000. Breaks $65,000 and this goes a lot higher. And so that's what he says the key level is to watch for. And then he's pointing up towards 73,000, closer to Bitcoin's all-time high. So, I mean... either we're going to hit a new all-time high with Bitcoin and the market's going to follow the rest of the crypto market, or if this is really it and the bears are right, okay, fine. I just don't think that's what's probable for tons of reasons I keep articulating on a daily basis. There's also this post from chart analyst Mustache. Crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So here's all the altcoins on your screen. And he simply says, the hashtag altcoins, the bullish cross of altcoins / total 2, of course, with total 2 being everything excluding Bitcoin. That's the chart on your screen. Altcoins / total 2 monthly is imminent. As has often been said, this is one of the most important signals, in my opinion. The last time this happened was in 2020, after which the altcoin bull market began. And so here we find ourselves in a familiar moment. We are that close. And so historically, knowing that in election years especially, market really gets hot in November. Doesn't mean it can't be in October. October is called Uptober for a reason. It's typically not so bad for crypto. So it doesn't mean we can't see some positive action. But the point is, Q4, this moment that we're quickly approaching, that is historically the best time for crypto. And we're in a bull market, folks. Tons of reasons to be super optimistic. That's all I'm saying. There's also this post from chart analyst Dr. Magic. It's a crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and ETH. So rest of the altcoins. And he says, yesterday I thought we're going to break out and correct to retest the trend line a bit lower. After seeing today that on-balance volume has not broken out yet, I think we are going to get one last dip before breaking out. Probably the last good opportunity to load up. And so he is very bullish. He still thinks, oh yes, way, way, way higher, including for XRP specifically. He does believe new all-time highs, face melt, the whole 9 yards. But in the short term, very short term, thinks that we could see a little bit more of a pullback before moving to the upside. Even if so, that doesn't change anything on a higher time frame. And chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto also believes that we about to go. He says, Altseason signs I love to see. And so this is others priced against Bitcoin. Others, of course, is a chart that shows all of the cryptocurrencies outside of the top 10 coins by market cap. So you've taken the rest of the asset class and priced it specifically against Bitcoin. He's like, yeah, this thing's about to go. Then we've got this post from Dom at TraderView2, XRP USD. So he says, XRP update, 4 consecutive higher lows and lower highs over the last 2.5 months. Price is compressing hard here. Simply just noise until 63 cents is regained as support or bottom trend and red support is lost. And then in parentheses, he wrote patience. So he's saying, yeah, if you lose, a little below, say 53 cents or so, okay, then reevaluate this, all right? maybe do some new analysis. Now, that he doesn't think that's probable. I know I've followed him enough to know that's the case. But still, you're talking about further consolidation, and this has come in tandem, obviously, with tighter Bollinger Bands. And, what can you say? Higher lows, lower highs. Eventually, as volatility decreases, you reach the apex. You get closer and closer anyway. You don't have to actually reach literally the apex of a symmetrical triangle, and you're going to see a break. I'm not a chart guy, but I know enough to know that. It can't, the price cannot and will not hang out here forever. It's not going to. So what is probable? It moves up when it breaks or it moves down when it breaks. I'm betting up. Unless we get some sort of black swan event for the entire asset class, well then, okay, sure. But that's not something XRP specific. But otherwise, yeah. I would find it bizarre if XRP actually sits on the sidelines here and doesn't participate while everything else under the sun pops off. I don't see that as remotely realistic. Then there's also this from the Crypto Basic. Top analyst says even XRP is cooking something. I don't want to read the article. I just want to make the point that more and more analysts are popping up, recognizing finally, hey, something's going on with that XRP thing. You remember that old Dino coin? Yeah, Dino coin. The thing that's been consolidating for 7 freaking years just about. That coin that's functionally useful, that is used on enterprise grade level and has been for years and years and years on it, that whole thing. But it's just a Dino coin, right? Use that as a pejorative, okay. But he's recognized this, and I don't want to read the article. I just kind of want to make a simple point there. I keep seeing more and more analysts just randomly pop up here. This is an analyst known as The Dude. I think I've seen, it's not somebody I follow, but I believe I've seen something from him before. But anyway, reputable following here, pretty big, 62,200 followers on X. Shared this XRP USD chart. He simply wrote, even XRP is cooking something. And so it's true that, altcoins, there are all sorts of altcoins that have been popping up. But if you look in the top 100 for over 3 months now, XRP has been outperforming almost all of them. Yes, XRP is cooking something. It's in the charts, and all sorts of analysts increasingly see this. Then there was this post from Crypto Bitlord, and this is the guy that I was referencing at the outset of the video. Oh, Crypto Bitlord. I'm sure that many of you are familiar with him. He's pretty well known in the world of crypto. 350,000 followers on X. In his bio here, you can see he notes that he's been in crypto since 2012. And my recollection is that he stated that he's been in XRP at least since 2014. He might have said 2013. I think it was 2014, though. But he rode that train. So he was buying XRP when it was roughly, half a penny, and made all sorts of money. He's publicly spoken about this, as it ramped up, and what happened in 2017 into early 2018 when it hit its new all-time high. So he's made his money in crypto, including XRP specifically. And of course, then when it went into the bear market, he said stuff that I respectfully disagree with, having to do with a Ripple causing the price of XRP to be suppressed. Never made any damn sense. And then I can't remember if he actually did it, but he threatened to launch. I think he did actually. I just think it failed. A fork of the XRP ledger. I can't remember what he's going to call it, but I covered it at the time, and I just was like, guys, I think this is pretty silly. I understand that he's emotionally feeling things, and he's very upset because the price is what it is. But as I was pointing out, even back then, years and years and years ago, the asset class moves in tandem, right? And I think, this was before the SEC even sued Ripple. This might have been, admittedly, I'm pulling from memory, so I could be mistaken, but I think like 2019, I want to say. It was a long time ago. And so I remember all that happened. Of course, then XRP, it did run up to $2 despite the artificial suppression from the SEC. It still had a 20-fold increase last market cycle from 10 cents to $2 from the bottom to the top, you know. Clearly not Ripple doing anything. You can look at the, and it's provably the case. I mean, you can look at the percentage increase in circulating supply from any given year. It's nothing crazy. Compare that to the percentage increase in circulating supply on other chains that have outperformed XRP. Clearly, it's not the supply quote unquote increase that's the problem. It's the demand side that's been the issue. The demand side is the problem. Because you could literally right now double the price of XRP, and of course that would hit the market if it magically happened right now and the market was flooded with that. Fine, but are you going to have more than a twofold increase in demand for XRP? Well, I think we're all hoping that the demand would be a way greater multiple than that. 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever your number is. The demand can substantially outpace whatever the supply can do. And the majority of XRP is considered to be in circulation right now. So that's not something that's ever been a good argument, but still, Crypto Bitlord, a lot of people like him. He's a controversial figure for a number of reasons here. But, you know, credit where it's due. He was here early, and he stuck with it, and he did make his money, including from XRP, and he's familiar with looking at this stuff, so take it for what it's worth, but he does believe that absolutely XRP is going to be blasting off again. Now, he gets into trouble territory with this timeline. I mean, he could be anyway. I mean, look, I acknowledge, given that we're in a bull market, at any moment we could take off. Okay, got it. So it's less risky to say something, make a prediction, having to do a time in a bull market. Way less risky than if you're in a bear market. Okay. Still makes me nervous for people when they do that, but it is what it is. But here's what he wrote. He said, I think XRP is ready. Expecting a parabolic explosion vertically within 24 hours. Don't sleep. Millions can be made timing this move. Okay, 24 hours. Well, now it's 7:14 as I record this PM. He posted this today at 9:15 a.m., so got a little more time. I'm not going to hold my breath for that specific timeline. I mean, if he's right, then fantastic. I'll give him extra credit in a future video. But either way, the sentiment I can certainly believe. And then he also wrote, the amount of hate XRP gets is phenomenal. Fact is, last time I called XRP, it moved a few billion, topped it too. Now I'd like to see that party start up again. Well, we all would, Crypto Bitlord, I'll tell you that. Either way, given enough time, I think that he'll be proven to be correct. I mean, that's been my stance for a long time. Like I believe that I'll be proven to be correct. Just when I say that, I don't have a price prediction, but my general idea that over time, XRP price will edge up. And if I'm wrong, fine, maybe it goes to zero. I don't pretend to know for sure, but my expectation is, yeah, we hit a new all-time high and enter price discovery. And that's been my bet ever since XRP peaked in the beginning of 2018. At some unknown point in the future, XRP will hit a new all-time high. I believe that the whole time, and I still do. And my conviction has only gotten stronger for a ton of reasons I've been talking about on this channel for the nearly 6 years that I've been running it. It'll be 6 years, December 14th, that I've been running this channel. Man, time flies when you're having fun. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.